Once Humans 1.4 update brings a truckload of new content to the game, including a new difficulty tag called Lunar Oracle. Today I'm going to share everything you want to know about it, especially where you want to be farming in Phase 1 to simply get your hands on Tier 5 gear and level up like crazy. I'm going to share amazing rewards you can find right here, how to prepare for the Blood Moon events, how to survive them, and so much more. Let's get down to business. First off, you're gonna need to be in the right server, obviously, to take part in these Blood Moon events. Check out your scenario settings, go to season info right here, and this is where you can find the tags. Important, you have the Visional Lunacy and Visional Anomalous Vision. These two basically trigger the Blood Moon events. As you can see, I'm currently on a Primsverse server, pretty interesting with the new weapons, which can hit like a truck. But let's quickly talk about the Lunacy itself. During these Blood Moon events, you will get lunacy, red eyes basically, but this effect will reduce your sanity recovered by 80%, and when outside of your territory, it will also gradually decrease. Defeating enemies will restore sanity, so it's important during this time frame you're gonna take down as many enemies as possible to basically get your HP and sanity back. Combat experience, resource gathered, and gathering experience outside of your territory will increase to a maximum of 100%. So this is a beautiful time to basically do all that. Defeating enemies, gathering resources, or fishing has a chance of getting you the special material, Lunar Whisper. This is a currency you're gonna need, pretty similar to Hell Tides in Diablo. You want to pick up as much of this as possible and trade it at the new Lunar Oracle chest, basically, to get these sweet rewards, which we're going to talk about in a second. You may encounter Deviant attacks. Now, this is where things become super interesting, as it allows you to level up super fast, get insane amounts of Lunar Whisper in a short amount of time, so you can basically unlock all the chests in your surroundings. We're going to talk about this in a second, as man, we found a pretty crazy spot for this, but dying will also result in greater loss of these currencies based on the sanity that is lost. So pretty simple, you simply don't want to die during this event. Might be easier said than done. No, but really, let's talk about preps. One of my absolute favorite deviations I recommend you to bring with you to regain sanity and HP, protect yourself from death basically, would be the Festering Gel, as this one, upon being thrown, knocks back enemies and forms a fortification. This fortification will heal you over time and regain sanity over time. On top of that, it can shield you with a bonus we're going to talk about in a second, but there are more deviations that can be interesting for these encounters, like Mini Wonder to protect bullets, maybe take the Butterfly's Emissary or one of the Lonewolf Whispers to take out enemies a little bit easier. If we quickly have a look at my cradle, these are the upgrades I use. Upgrade for pistol, anti-coherence, anti-phase for snipers and crossbows, also this one for reload bonus damage, 2 for the deviants, especially this one. If I summon my slime, I get this shield equal to 30% of your max HP, weapon damage reduction, status damage reduction, 30 seconds cooldown. Also, every 8 seconds at night from 9 to 3, which is during these Blood Moon events, deviations will also recover 1 deviant power, so you can actually use them more frequently. This one, the Marked Strike for weak spot damage against bullseye targets. We've got Steady Hand. If you want to regain sanity, the probably easiest way to do this is just simply lie down on your bed. But yes, again, just take out that little slime, throw it on the floor, and that will do the exact same thing wherever you are. While you can also craft some sanity gummies and also some, what is this, the tea. So we have the fruit tea right here, which you can craft with all sorts of plants, which you come across during your adventures. But yes, these are basically the most important ones. As long as you take out your enemies, you can regain some HP with different perks. That's why I still love the build, which I've been using for a long time right now. Let's quickly check out the mod, which I'm using. We've got Bullseye, Recover Mark, Violent, and Precision. They both recover HP when defeating marked enemies. On my chest armor, I also have Rejuvenating. When HP is above 60, a kill recovers 50% of your lost HP. And on the leggings, I have the Reload Rampage after killing. We also refill bullet from the reserves. So we Can't really run out of ammo, especially with Ruthless Reaper. After getting 2 kills, refill 100% of your magazine. But if we quickly have a look at some of these red fellas right here, these can actually be acquired during this event. Lonewolf Whisper, Lunar Oracle, these can be amazing to boost your damage. Pretty bad roll right here, but we've got another one, a 2-3. Also find 2 Snowsprites, one with 3-4 and one with 3-3. But during this event, you can actually encounter some pretty sweet loot as well. We're talking about gear right now. I mean, if we check out the mask right here, we found 2 different ones of tier 5 already. Check it out. And tier 4. On a pretty low level area, you can't really craft those. We have access to the intermediate gear workbench, and tier 4 stuff will require things like aluminum and iridium. If you are a little bit lucky, you can encounter these resources or bring them from Eternal Land. Right now, I have all these calibration blueprints, primarily for crossbow and SMGs. The critical pulse, different ones dropped for me. This one also tier 5, so I should actually switch them. But also the hazardous object, an insane weapon. Now, my absolute favorite spot to farm for these chests. This one specifically from the Primsverse Clash scenario. So right now we are in week 1, as you can see. If I open the map, this is actually a place that both Rosetta and Mayfly can visit. We're talking about this teleportation tower, the Rod and Saddle West. If we zoom out, we basically have access to this chunk of the map right now. The Rosettas have access to this one, but we both have access to this tower and can check out Rod and Saddle. It's a recommended level 28 area, and this one actually comes with 6 different chests, maybe even more, which I forgot to tag. But boy oh boy, it's a small town, and every single time when a blood moon happens, everyone of the server, all the high-level players are basically farming this spot. I already hear some people think out loud, 4am, that sounds pretty stupid. I mean, if the place is over-contested, how could you then farm for mobs to get a new Whisper currency? Well, the nice thing is, if players are at a specific location, taking down enemies, farming resources or whatever, everything can trigger a ambush event where deviants just pop up and start attacking you. If you take those down, multiple waves will follow shortly after that, and if you also take those down at the very end, there is going to be a big boss. This one you want to take down as quick as possible. You just want to tap him a couple times, as then you've basically participated in taking down the foe. This will result in like 40 to 80 of these Lunar Whispers, depending on your sanity level, but it makes farming these chests extremely easy. And of course, you always want to focus on claiming the biggest rewards. Then the chances are going to be very high. You will get either a high level weapon, like a tier 4 or 5, a piece of armor, also tier 4 or 5. And these can be turned, of course, into some pretty sweet resources, which you can then use to craft higher level items, calibrate these to basically dominate in the early phases of your server. I also had a pretty nice experience with this specific town right here, Holt Town, which is west of the Bridgeview teleportation tower. It is a PvP area, as you can see, as it's not in the green boundary. So if you're a little bit scared of encountering other players, you just want to stay in the green zone and focus on a town with as high level as possible. The furthest lair could also be a nice one, as there you also have a lot of stuff going on. Aha, perfect timing. So we're just leaving the base. We're right in front of the whole town. As you can see, it's 8:55 right now, and the moon should pop up any moment. We're just gonna wait for a second to hit that enemy right there. There we go. Lunar Oracle Descent. We're gonna have these red eyes. That's already the first big boy down. As you can see, we've got some more players popping up right here. Just gonna take out these bad guys. The first drop right here is already gonna give us plus 21 Lunar Whispers. I still have over 100. That's an Order Keeper also spawning in, so a lot of big boys basically. This one plus 26. We're picking up our first chest right here. That's a nice mod box. We've got a tier 5 MP5. Look at that. If you are lucky, you should also be able to find some deviations from these chests. Anyways, right now we're just gonna quickly pick up our motorcycle and drive to the west. So right here we've got some level 50s. That's usually interesting because then you know that's a bigger squad popping up. That's another one right there. So we just want to keep taking down the bad guys. See? There we've got a big boss. That's usually what pops up at the very end of this battle. Still have to work a little bit on the build, but there we go. Just picked up plus 32. Second chest. We still have 250 left. Oh boy. There we go. So right now we really don't have to kill any bad guys. We can simply loot every single chest inside the town. But of course we're gonna mark all the enemies. Check it out. We just hit level 43 already. And look at how much of the accuracy we still have. Just looted a tier 5 mask. There we go. I mean, each boss you take down, that's another full chest worth of the currency. We also get some legendary hides from this one. Check it out. Tier 5 plus 3. Wow. So guys, make sure you pick up those deviations after you've opened the chest. Anyways, right now, the blood moon is about to go away. We've got 3 AM popping up right now. And that would be the end of the lunacy. Voila. Right now everything turns back to normal. And yeah, we can get safe to the base. And wait for the next 9 PM to 3 AM event to pop up to continue farming all the sweet loot. This is why I have my base like right next to it, and whew, that was smooth. Anyways, if we check out the disassembly bench, we can get rid of all this, but also salvage these high level items. I mean, look at this. We get the best resources basically, which you can use for new items. I'm actually gonna save this tier 5 with a +1 calibration and get rid of the rest. Calibration +1, calibration +1, calibration +3. There we go. So yeah, if you want to start farming some very sweet calibration blueprints, gear, etc., well, this is where you want to be. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, a like would be very much appreciated. Share, of course, your favorite farm spot in the comments down below on your specific scenario. Right now, though, it's 4 AM out. I'll check you in the next video or live stream. Take care. Peace.